Well, E3 2021 is come and gone, and honestly, it wasn't that great. For gamers, it's supposed to be a huge moment consisting of innovation and creation, and this year we didn't get much of that at all. Yeah, a few big titles were discussed, sequels to anticipated games, of course, but overall it was very apparent that 2020 had a huge impact on developers. So what do we really have to talk about? Let's discuss the good, the bad, and the ugly, starting now. The good news. I can count on both hands the number of games that were announced, but let's just keep the focus on 4. First up was Unplugged, a sort of Guitar Hero without the need for any peripheral. Your hands do the talking here, and we are so ready for it. A healthy combination of licensed and original music will make us all feel like rock gods when Unplugged drops on Quest platforms Q3 of this year. Following that was the game Fracked. This one's really given off James Bond vibes. Pierce Brosnan and Die Another Day to be exact. Action sequences look to include a combination of on-rails and cover shooter mechanics, where traversal emulates the climb in many ways. I really don't know what to expect from this, but it looks great. Fracked is dropping this summer on PSVR. Third on our list is the VR adaptation of Green Hell. If you haven't played this game yet, now's your chance to experience it in virtual reality. This is easily one of the best survival games I have ever played. You'll need to manage resources, craft weaponry, battle disease and nature in an effort to survive. Now that it's coming to VR, the added immersion makes this title a must-buy. No official release date has been announced yet, but we know that it's dropping on Oculus and PC VR later this year. Last on titles that caught our eye was A Township Tale. If you can believe it, this one's been around since 2018, and is only now getting the recognition it deserves with added support for the Oculus Quest platform. Now, it's not quite an MMO, but with 8-player support on Quest, this RPG sets the stage for the genre in VR. If you haven't played it yet, expect a huge world filled with endless possibilities. Become who you want with hundreds of configurable cosmetics, craft epic weaponry, pursue your dream as a warrior, a miner, unlock abilities for your town and your party, and uncover ancient secrets. Like I said, this one's out in the wild, so if you want to check it out prior to its release on the Oculus Quest, go get it. It's a blast. Games aside on the good news report was the V30 release update for Quest. Huge update with massive changes. Specifically, the potential room boundaries expanded to a massive 15 by 15 meters, or 49 by 49 feet. So ditch your living room furniture and pad the walls. And to accompany the room scale update was Airlink support for the original Quest. So now no matter what Quest you own, you can experience PC VR and play those titles that were otherwise off limits. The bad. Ubisoft didn't even mention virtual reality. They didn't bring it up once. We know they're cooking with fire. We know Red Storm is working on some amazing things. They announced that last year, and yet silence. And Sony in their state of play was nowhere to be found. Since 2018, they've had a state of play that takes place during the week of E3. This year, they didn't do anything. Rumor has it they're doing something in mid-July. I'm assuming because they wanted to let the dust settle and make a mark. But I gotta say, if they were ready to talk about PSVR, they would have said something to take the spotlight away from Nintendo or Microsoft. The ugly. Facebook now controls another virtual reality developer. Its 5th acquisition in 2 years. Now you're wondering, why is this such a bad thing? These companies make some amazing games. Because Facebook has announced it will begin testing ads inside of Oculus apps. And yes, that includes the games we love. And now you're stuck thinking, where have I heard this before?
We estimate we can sell up to 80% of an individual's visual field before inducing seizures.
This is no longer fiction. This is our reality. For some reason, the jury is still out on whether loot boxes are predatory to the younger player base. And now ads in games that I've already paid for on a console that I've already paid for. Ugh. With all that said, we hope for better news in the VR industry in the weeks and months to come. And it's not all just doom and gloom, because within the next 2 weeks we begin our first Let's Play series with Demio, the VR tabletop dungeon crawler. So keep your chin up and stay tuned for that.